Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now ETN to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Lawrence. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars at 7-3 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
22 yards there, a first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And some room to work. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. This defense for the Jags, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the counter, ETN. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now it's Hines. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Let's go now. Hey, go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is caught inside the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So on 4th down, a big-time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. It's caught, and it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together...
Pierce has it knocked loose. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready, set.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. They run with Hines. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Throws the out route, and he's got it complete to Hines. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender and work to the defense's advantage on that play.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Ready?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. The quick slant caught. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Etienne is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect...
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Nyheim Hines, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point tacked on by Lando. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Julian Love. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. They just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. to throw again. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Colts 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They go play action with Lawrence. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Let's go now. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Orbit. Hey.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 75. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On 2nd and very short, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Hines, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 71 yards now for ETN, and he's got a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he slings one that's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give to ETN running right.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Let's go.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Etienne up the middle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Etienne once more.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak.
And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of deep...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Jags are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Colts first down.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. There they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
fourth quarter, holding on to a lead, fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Norris. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's back to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on his drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Jaguars, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to